Hello, this is John again, and I'd like to talk about a topic, controversial topic of religion today. Um, Religion can be a driving force, but also a crippling one. Um, I was once a Christian, and now I don't know what I believe anymore. I don't know if I'm an atheist or agnostic, but I have a few personal experiences I'd like to talk about. Um, they are difficult to talk about, but are really important. Um, my views on religion. Well, I don't think that it's fair to judge one religion versus another. I believe that um, you know people can have an opinion or a belief or a value, and that those values need to be respected, observed, tolerated. There needs to be religious tolerance. Of course, I'm going to be criticized and told that I'm, maybe the Antichrist, because the fact of the matter is I believe in unity and peace. But of course, people are going to twist that and say that, um, you know, that I'm an evil individual because I want unity and peace. It's really not about unity and peace per se. They're going to say that it's about the fact that I want to, you totalitarian regime or some kind of subversion. No, that's not the case. Um, I don't twist my words. Um, I am. I used to be a believer in Christ and Jesus and God, but I really don't know what I believe anymore. My loss of faith. Um, well, when you see the way the world is today, hurricanes, wars, plague, famine. If we had a loving God like the Bible wants to tout, how come those happen and continue to occur? Um, if we had a all loving God, why are you know homosexuals and fornicators and such as does talk about in the Bible in the book in Leviticus 20:13, man cannot sleep with another man. I do know the Bible a bit, and I'm not saying that it's wrong or right. I'm just trying to state the fact of the matter is there needs more tolerance. In the Bible, there isn't tolerance. For Christ's sakes, hope is, because I used to be a Catholic, I knew we pray to a Pope as God, as Jesus, as an embodiment of Jesus Christ. And I do think that is wrong. If there supposedly is only one Savior, there is only one God, He died on the cross for us. So I do have a lot of issues with the Bible in general. I think it's the Bible versus man's take on it, because the Bible was written by man thousands of years ago, and um, there's a lot of draconian ideologies in there, a lot of you know just like this is the way it is, this is the just really there's a lot of dogma that's attached to it. Um, I think that we have the right to express it. I mean, I'm not going to judge a Buddhist. I'm not going to judge another Christian or a Hindu. I'll let you practice what you want to practice. But I think there's a lot of intolerance that exists in our world today, and I don't think we've evolved at all. I think if anything, we've gotten worse as a generation. Um, there's more hatred in our world than it ever has been. Um, and I think just the whole um, issue with the really the devastations that are occurring in the world, the natural disasters that are happening, whether you want to say it's God or you want to say it's man, um, they do exist, and I do believe that heart has something to do with the weather modifications that are occurring in our world. I do have some personal, I do have some documents to support the claim, but I'm not going to disclose them because my channel would be disabled. But yeah, there is HAARP going on. HAARP is a real entity, and yeah, it's our modern warfare is environmental warfare. Um, we caused the hurricanes. We caused the hurricanes that happened. The recent devastation that occurred. Hurricanes. That's just the beginning. But going back to religion in general, um, you notice that corporations have this oneness about this totalitarianism, this one-sided monolithic belief system that my way or the highway. Oh, there is only one God. I don't think that's right. I don't, whether you want to call me a blasphemer, whether you want to consider me Satan's spawn, you're entitled to your opinion. I believe that there was an Adam and Eve. I do believe in that. I believe that there was, yes, a God of some kind. There had to be a creator. I believe that there was some kind of creator, because you can't have nothing and all of a sudden something. You can't have nothing and then everything. That cannot happen. It's impossible. So, but the way that the Bible, the King James Version, talks about God as a wrathful, vengeful God, I don't believe. I think that's man-made. I think that we created that God, because God created us. God created us from the dust. If we didn't have a loving God, how come He would create us? He would. So the plagues and the famine and pestilence that's happening, I think that's our fault. I don't think that's God. I just think there's just too much intolerance and hatred that is going on in this world. Am I saying religion is wrong? No, you can have faith. You can have faith in whatever you want to believe. But I think it's those that try to deny and suppress, vilify, dehumanize, demonize, whatever word you want to attach to it, whatever verb you want to attach to it, really want to undermine another religion is wrong. Because in fact, Christianity is really branches from ideas of paganism throughout history. I am a reader, scholar, and I will say that if you want to pick up a book and read some of the history, I won't say what histories, what books to pick up, because if I say it, you'll read it and you'll try to discount me. So that's just the way it is. You figure out the truth for yourself. The truth is out there. You just have to be, you have to have right word here. You have to have the right unobjectionable perspective, unbigoted, unbiased opinion about it. You have to have an objective outlook of the whole thing. Scientists talk about the Big Bang. That's what created the universe. The religious people say it's God. I think, honestly, my opinion is I think that the universe itself, I think we're a part of a bigger, I think, for example, the galaxies are just like the footprints of God. I think God, I think that we're it's a universe is an organism. and we're a part of the organism, because if we look at our cells and our DNA, it's also created the same way. Like the spiral effect of the galaxies are the same thing you'll find in our DNA structure, our double helix. So I don't think that's done by coincidence. Um, so I just wanted to talk about religion. Another topic I like to talk about is anger. Uh, Anger can be good if it's channeled properly. What do I mean by that? You can have a certain belief or a strong feeling or a passion for a subject. There's a difference between anger and passion. But sometimes I think if anger is channeled properly, it can become a passion. So what I'm trying to say here is that you can be angry about a topic. You could be angry at what I'm talking about right now. But I think that anger is a good thing. I think anger is a compelling and driving force if channeled right. Let me say, how could anger be good? How could anger be good? Well, I was born handicapped with mental disabilities. I wasn't born like other people are born with, could just get up in the morning, make a pot of coffee, and go on with their lives. That left an indignation and an anger. But that anger inspired me to go to fulfill my dreams and to try to become a success. So, say what you want. I think anything, if you address it properly, you vent it properly, channel it properly, can be a good thing. So, I don't think there's anything wrong with voicing a dislike for something. If you have a strong dislike for a subject, it's fine as long as you show a tolerance or an acceptance for the opposing viewpoint. Like, just respect the opposing viewpoint. Don't trash it. Don't try to devalue it, but try to have an objective approach. This is your opinion. This is my opinion. And sometimes there's a middle ground between the two. And I think that's really where compromise comes from. So, that's what separates us from apes. This is like my second video that I've done. I wanted to talk about religion, and I wanted to talk about anger. A lot of people have anger. Anger with their parents, anger about their social situation. Yeah, I have anger about the social situation. Why do I have anger about my social situation? Because I believe that since I was born, that I've always tried to excel in whatever I do. And I think that the social structure is written. It's developed in such a way that people like me, people that are handicapped or disabled, are given an unfair shake. I think that it's really unfair. I think there is a resistance. Like for example, me, I think there is a resistance for me to become successful, and I think that's just because of the devices that have been developed by the system. What am I talking about? The Rothschilds, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, because there is no upward mobility in our country. Despite what you want to believe, there is no upward mobility because I'm still here. I'm still poor, Section 8 individual, and I have a functioning brain, um, and I can't succeed. Whatever, how, my opinion of success is financial impetus, and I haven't had any financial impetuses or windfalls in my life, and I think that's just because of the system, because I was labeled, you know, these poor, these poor, low level of society, a disgrace to society. So therefore, he's never going to succeed. And I think that's a power struggle between rich and poor. I also want to say that I'm actually a conservative in my beliefs. Because you're gonna watch this video and you're gonna think that, oh, he's a screaming liberal. No, I'm not. I'm actually not liberal. Even though I live in a Section 8 apartment, I have very conservative values. I like even my views of religion. You would say, well, isn't that kind of a libertarian kind of belief? I don't think so, because really, I'm more of an independent, business-oriented individual. I believe in the free market. I believe that everybody has a chance to succeed. It's what you do with it. It's what you do with it. I was born with handicaps, but I have tried my best to maximize my potential. I went to college. I have an associate's degree, and I have a medical coding and billing certificate. So I went to school, although the education system failed me. That's another misnomer. Another thing I like to discuss. This is a long video, and I know it is, but I like to talk about the education system. When we are born into this slave system, as I would say, we are told, we are spoon-fed what to think. We are told this is wrong, this is right. But who decides it? It's the government that decides this, doesn't it? So I think we become drones. I think we become automatons. And it John Adams who was one of the driving forces, individuals of the American Revolution, was fight the injustices, tax without representation from the dictatorly British Empire at the time. So what I'm trying to say is there's another world out. There's a world within a world. There's like, if you want to call it the Matrix. I believe that there's something there. The government's hiding something from us. Whether or not like the whole thing. I hear about these reptile people, these reptilians. I don't think there's this quote unquote reptilian race that David Icke proposes. I think he's a little bonkers when it comes to that. But I do believe there is a secret agenda, and I believe that there's an undercurrent that is not talked about, is not publicized. I mean, for example, Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Do you think the man is really competent to be president? Think about it. Is he competent to run a nation? He may know how to run a business, but is he a politician? Ask yourself that question. Is he a politician? And I don't think he is a politician. And this whole crisis we have going on with North Korea is just the start. Kim Jong-un, I mean, he's a very dangerous individual. And I think that our country or Mr. Trump is not respecting North Korea very well. I think that country, I mean, we nuked North Korea, and they're pissed off. They have rightful indignation of our country, hatred of our country, because we are the ones that nuked them. So, don't, so, I mean, he calls North Korea a disgraceful people. What grounds does he have in that theory, in that talk? Now I hear about Mark Cuban running as next president, quote unquote, presidential candidate 2020. What is this world coming to? What is the world coming to? I mean, who's going to be the next president? A cat? A dog? You have to have some kind of, how would I say this? You got to have an empirical, objective way of judging your presidents. I mean, what is going on with this country? We started with the founding fathers. We started with Thomas Jefferson, who was a very competent general, and one of, by far, arguably among the best presidents that we've ever had. But since then, America has deteriorated in values. Am I running as president? No. I'm just saying that America, you need to wake up. We need to have an uprising. We need to have a revolution again in our country. Because are we going to take this anymore? Are we just going to sit back and take it? Or are we pussies and wimps that are just going to sit in the background and watch it all, our country be slaughtered, watch our country be raped? I don't think that's right. I think we need to rise up, fight this injustice going on. What else do I want to talk about? I'm going to make this a longer video, I suppose. We're almost at 30 minutes. I talked about religion with you, my personal feelings about religion. I talked to you about anger and how to correctly channel anger. I'm an artist, by the way, book author. Also, I'm a sculptor. That's how I channel my frustration and anger and anxieties in a positive way. Because, frankly, the way this world is coming, I'm angry. I'm just so angry with this generation. This whole, millennials. We live in a country where people can't wait more than 2 minutes at a drive-thru for a Big Mac. What the hell is going on? You can't wait more than 2 minutes for a Big Mac. We live in an impatient. I mean, we're attached to iPhone. I think is also another conspiracy that the government has put upon us. Mind control people. They're controlling our minds. It won't be long until they have an RFID chip. It won't be long. So it's up to you. I mean, you're the millennials. You're the next generation. Are you just going to tolerate it? Or are you going to rise up against a corrupt government that is failing the people? Failing us. Donald Trump says, oh, I'm going to hand out jobs. I haven't seen any jobs created since his office. I believe that there is an agenda. I think that Bill Clinton, Jimmy Carter, the Bushes, they're all in it together. It's like how come there's been no changes? Oh, Obama change. Yeah, he changed. He changed it for the worse. He changed it for the worse. Look at this Obamacare, this abomination we have going. I have to worry about going to doctors. Go and see a doctor. I've had heart pains, and I refuse to go to the doctor. Well, what's the doctor gonna tell you? I'm overweight. I'm obese. All the shit I already know. So not only are they gonna condemn me, okay, demonize me, tell me what I'm doing wrong to my body, they're not gonna do anything about it. And they're gonna charge me $9,000 in health premium that I cannot afford. And I'm forced as an American to buy the health care. If you're a competent, healthy individual, why the hell do you have to have that medical? Don't you see that it's a conspiracy, people? It's corrupt. The doctors have the White House. They control the White House. That's the truth, people. You need to wake up. Are we going to live in a dictatorship? Because I think Donald Trump is going to be our next dictator. Really. And like I said, I have a lot of conservative values. But in the beginning, I actually voted for Trump. I believed him. Because he was, unlike any other president, he didn't have that indoctrination like Hillary or the others. I had faith in him. So you know what? He's got some unprecedented concepts. He's gonna preach. He's gonna have preach idealism in our country and individuality, which is important. We need those things. We need autonomy. It's important because we stand in America, land of the free, home of the brave. But I don't know. Tell me what you think. Do you think there is something underhanded that's not going on? Something that's going on that's behind the scenes? Because I think there is. I really think there's something going on. And I'm pissed off. We need to start a revolution. We need to destroy the Illuminati. We need to destroy these secret shadow governments. Why do you think John F. Kennedy was assassinated? Think about it. It was a Pruda film, this joke. Magic Bullet? Come on. We know the man was assassinated by our own government. It was a false flag event. Just like 9/11 was a false flag. They have, engineers and architects that all say 9/11 was a lie. It never happened. We have proof that there was like a film projection. We were fed lies. We've been fed lies, people. He's got that. Donald Trump's got that right. There is propaganda going on. There is lies. And it's true. There are lies going on. And the media is part of those lies. So I agree with them there about media being liars. Yeah, they're liars. But so is Donald Trump. So is that man. How do you think he became a politician? How do you think any politician becomes a politician? Do you think me, poor old me, can become a politician? Hell no. I can't become a politician. I don't got the money. I don't got the finances. I don't got the bloodline. Why do you think that is, people? Wake up. Because if I was, if America were free, a free country, okay, where, the guy for the job gets the job, which I have an opinion about affirmative action. I believe affirmative action, that's a fucking joke. I believe that if a white man gets a 98 on the test and a black man gets a 97 on the test, the white man gets the job. Vice versa. If the black man got a 98 and the white man got a 97, no affirmative action. Hell no. It's the guy who's most competent for the job that gets the job. I believe that. Everything is pussified in our world today. Pussified. The cartoons you kids watch. Pussy fuck. And they're feeding us foods that pollute our minds and are effeminatizing us. Honestly. Becoming like men are more like it's okay to be effeminate. No, it's not. Hell no. You know, it's like, you know, I began this video about homosexuals because, you know, in the Bible, because I want to show that I'm unbiased. Okay, I'm unbiased. You know, they can believe what they can want to believe. They can practice whatever they want to practice, but don't push it in my fucking face. Like if a homosexual were to touch me in the ass, expect a response and not a good one. Because I will kick your fucking ass. I will fucking cut your dick off. You have no right to my privates. Because that's what, you know, that's my personal space. And I want to be with a woman, not a man. That's my fucking choice. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. We live in a free market, free society. Supposedly. It ain't free, people. It's not a free society. I'm sorry this is a lengthy video, but I have to rant. I have to get this shit out. Okay? Told you that I'm a writer. I write children's books. Pebbles the dog that thought he was a frog. Raining sprinkles and polka dots. My new book I'm working on is the greatest book ever written. The greatest book ever written is about a book that possesses the spirit of a great grandfather, and this child, it's like a, you know, this legacy where the child, the grandson, is basically the grandfather speaks to the son. He's the spirit of this book, and kid goes on an adventure. It's very entertaining. It's really, really cool stuff. It's fantasy fiction, but it really has a lot of implications. I explore immortality, the dangers of materialism, and courage and perseverance. So it's a very, very good book. So you need to purchase it because it's, you know, it's an adult, you know, I'd say like maybe a fifth grader to adult who understand the concepts. So, my other two books are just kids books, you know. But yeah, I try to be productive and do things in my life. That's the reason I'm uploading this video. I've talked a lot about a lot of topics. Next topic I want to talk about is abortion. Because contrary to what the conservatives actually don't believe in abortion. I believe a child, an unborn child, okay? When that sperm hits the fetus, it's a child. It's a creature, an organism. And I think today it's like a fast food mentality. Like, oh, this sports child. Just get rid of it. I don't want it. And then you got the liberals who argue and say that, well, you know, that child, you know, the mother has the pro-choice, has the right. Well, does the mother have the right to kill the child? Let me ask you something. If that child, okay, if that child had a voice at a young age, you know, an infant, fetus, would it say, Mommy, I want to live, or Mommy, I want to die? Think about that. You call me a screeching liberal. No, I'm not a liberal, by any means. It's my circumstances that make me so. I believe that the child, well, maybe the mother was raped. Maybe the mother was, you know, didn't want the child, or maybe the child has mental disability. But our advances in medicine, think about it. I mean, people with autism and Asperger. I suffer from that. I have Asperger's syndrome. I have a host of disabilities, but yet I'm able to be a functioning adult. So I don't think you have a right, Mom, to kill a child. They're going to argue, well, it's not really developed yet. No, it's an organism. Let me ask you something. If you took that baby, this is hypothetical, you took that baby out of the embryo and it developed outside the womb, an in vitro fertilization, okay? And then you reintroduced it back into the mother. Let's say it was 5 years old. Let's say if the mother could actually hold that baby at 5 years old. Reintroduced it back in the womb, back into the fetus. At 5 years old, did that give the mother a right to kill it? The womb? Hell fucking no, right? Hell to the fucking no. I want to, because abortion is a really big topic I want to talk about. It angers me. Oh, well, what about the fact that you can't afford a child, have a child? Well, have what? Contraceptive methods, baby. Contra-fucking-ceptive measures. Are you stupid? I haven't had a child, and I'm 30 years old. Why do you think that is? Because I'm actually very thoughtful individual. Because I know I want to have that child have the best life it could possibly have. And because I am poor and impoverished, I don't think I could really make that child have a meaningful life, have an enriching life if I'm poor. Now, if my social circumstances change and I became a millionaire, then I'd say, yeah, sure, have the baby. The people that there are individuals, mothers, teenage mothers, that have babies. Contraceptive measures. Okay? I'm not against contraception. I'm against the fact that once that sperm hits the egg, it isn't worthy. Just because it doesn't have the brain capacity yet, or the ability to vocalize. Hey, Mom, don't kill me. I'm a creature. Doesn't give the mother the right to abort a child. I don't agree with that. If the mother really doesn't want the child, the mother can give it to the government, or give it to have the child adopted. There is no excuse. Oh, economic reasons. Fuck that. You open your legs. You deal with it. That's my personal feeling about abortion. What other topics do you want me to discuss, YouTubers? I don't know. Kind of going on a rant there. About me. How about me? Let's talk about me. What kind of person am I? Well, I'm just a hard worker. Most of the time, my feelings and my opinions are usually I keep in my mind. I don't talk about it. I just do my job, go to sleep, eat, go to sleep. That's what I do. But Odious one of the YouTubers who I really appreciate and I support. I'm now expressing my opinions about various topics that concern me. And I want to talk about some of the experience I had. It's going to be controversial. I was abducted by a little green man or alien when I was 5 years old. I'm not talking about it because I know people are going to laugh and think it's funny, but it isn't. It's not funny at all. I saw the cosmos. I saw the whole universe. And you really have no idea what's going to happen. These aliens, there are some that are benevolent, and there are some that are malicious. And the benevolent ones have kept our universe going, kept our Earth alive, because there's been a number of potential asteroid collisions that could have happened, and the aliens have later video. I do have some concrete proof of it happening to me at a young age. I still have the memory. There's technologies that I can't really disclose with you. If I disclose these technologies that we have, we'll just use it for destruction purposes. You have to use it properly. But I will tell you that we are not alone in the universe. We're not. There is alien life forms that exist, intelligent alien life forms. Let's just put it this way. They know how to operate. They know how to travel. Wormholes. You want to call them wormholes? They are wormholes. They are able to bend the fabric of time and space. They are able to manipulate it. Use anti-gravity to make the wormhole stable. They harness the stars. If you notice in the night sky, there's black and white, right? It's supposed to all be just white. The black spots that you see, they harness that energy. The dark matter. Yeah, they told me a lot of things. They were a benevolent race. They bring me to a planet called Protar. It's on the constellation of Ivan. Protar, which you would say equivalent to Earth. I don't know how much I want to disclose, but it's like a utopia. They don't have any wars. They don't have any disease. They've developed a way to be in harmony with each other. They're very harmonious and loving creatures. These reptilians, if you hear that, that's farce. Reptilian creatures. But there are race creatures that do exist. Our government is hiding it since the 1950s. Roswell, that never happened. There was no Roswell. Smoke screen cover up for bigger operations that are happening. They pollute our food. I think you probably already know. Monsanto. A lot of that mind control going on. Gotta wake up, people. Gotta wake up to what's really going on. I just want to talk about, I was talking about the Rothschilds and some concepts and beliefs that I have. Please share, like, subscribe. If you want to talk about alien sightings, I will listen to you because I'm a believer. It happened to me. I'm just having courage about that. So, you tell me what topics you want me to talk about, and I'll talk about them with you. And of course, you're going to have people who are going to disagree with me. People that say that abortion is the right thing and such. You're entitled to your opinion. I have my opinion. So, I think that's all I really would talk about today. It's a really long video, and I'm sorry. I wanted to get some things off my chest. Thank you for listening.